All right. So, topic of microtransactions has been a bit of a hot topic lately. Well, probably the last 3-4 years in gaming especially. So, they're not going to go away anytime soon because Activision made more than half of its revenue in 2017 off of microtransactions.
Can't say I'm shocked. We've driven this microtransaction like every other YouTuber probably down your throats way too much. You know our opinion of it. We can kind of get it. Games are more expensive and they're claiming to make back their budgets. This helps them, yada yada yada. I'm basically only at the point where in the article that we posted, the main game, it seems that, well, not the main game. The one that has the biggest press is Battlefield 2, or Battlefront 2, I'm sorry. And that has But Activision, they're obviously showing, Call of Duty World War II. And to be honest...
And Destiny.
I haven't played the new Destiny. I played the old one, but with World War II, that microtransaction never bothered me because the things that you can unlock, these crates or, whatever, care packages, whatever you want to call them, you can earn them by just playing the game. Now, granted, it takes a long time and there's a lot of randomness, and you're probably not going to get what you want, so they kind of make it easy and say just pay and you'll get what you want. They're, for all intents and purposes, cosmetic, except they do release free weapons to the game that you, once again, can unlock. So that game is a weird one where they still give you the option where it is possible to unlock the shit the right way and free. They just say, okay, you're going to end up playing a lot more. So I don't care about that. Me and Jim have said multiple times, the shittiest thing about microtransactions are if it's giving you a competitive edge, especially in the multiplayer games. But if it's strictly cosmetic and people want to pay for that shit, have at it. Of course, I come from, one of my favorite systems, if not my favorite system, being the PS2. And those games back in the day, you'd have everything be able to be unlocked by just playing it. So you got used to that shit. And now it seems like this is really cheap. And what are you going to do? I hope games don't purposely come out more and more like, not unfinished, but basically half of it locked and you need to pay to unlock. Or if they start purposely making games so ridiculous, like Battlefront 2, where playing it, even though you could in theory unlock it, it's going to take you such a long time that it's not realistic at all. So...
Yeah, I mean, in Call of Duty, like, when you do the crates and you get a weapon, like, it can unlock a higher level of the weapon than you already have, so... they will have, like, a little attachment or some kind of extra power. Like, there's some little good thing about having them, but it's nothing really game-breaking. But, yeah, the numbers don't lie, man. Like, Activision brought in $7.16 billion, and over $4 billion came from microtransactions. So, holy shit. It's a model that's not going to go away as long as people are buying it. So, yeah, it's never going away. Yeah. So, I don't know if we should stop bitching about it or just hope that game developers do it. Well, not even the developers, it's the publishers who push it. So, just hope that they get a little less greedy than, say, what Battlefront 2 did.
I mean, here's the deal. They're never going to stop, as you said, pushing it. But, if people decide I'm not going to pay for it, then... Oh, shit. There's a guy in the building with me. Ha! Got him! Oh, Jim, you're going to be so mad at this one.
Oh, I'm sure.
But, yeah, no. They're not... The consumer is always the ones that will drive and make that decision for these companies. So, if you really... Instead of bitching, if you really want to make a difference, obviously, just don't buy it. That's easier said than done. At a minimum, just don't buy those microtransactions. Maybe that'll curb them, but that probably won't happen. So,
probably not.
I mean, Jim, let me ask you: is there? Yeah, we're obviously not as willing to just spend money on a game because we realize how ridiculous that shit is. But has there been a game where it's had microtransactions that it's pissed you off because you actually really wanted something from it?
Yeah, Mass Effect 3, because it had day one DLC for a major character for some major plot points in the game.
Oh, shit.
Like, the game was definitely playable without that character, because I didn't pay for the character. But, yeah, it would have been nice to have experienced the entire full story and game for a series I really loved at the time, but I was like, yeah, this is a dick move, so I'm not going to buy it.
So wait, it was day one DLC that it was a part
Basically
of
on
the
disc
story,
DLC.
or it was. That's what I'm confused about. So was it actual, like, if you didn't get it ever, then you would never really get the full story, or was it just an expansion of the story?
No, it was on disc DLC that was built into the game to be part of the game, and they put it behind a paywall for the one character.
Oh, that's shitty.
So it's part of the game that unless you unlock the character by buying it, you would have never experienced that part of the story, which I haven't.
Huh. Yeah, that's a dick move.
Now, maybe like the greatest hits version, or maybe if it had I doubt it had a game of the year. It had some controversy for the game, but yeah, there's some version that probably has it all unlocked, but I played the game. I'm not going to go back.
You've had enough.
I had my fill. I don't have time for RPGs anymore anyway, so maybe one day, but I don't know. I have enough other shit to play in the meantime.
You don't have enough time to play anything.